Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. A first carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
On play action, it's Bridgewater. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Bridgewater. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. 14 yards, good for a Panther first down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. This is McCaffrey. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
On second down, McCaffrey. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
40 seconds to Mike. Kill, kill, kill. Kill, kill. Check nickel, nickel. Check it back.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. From the gun, Bridgewater completes it to Samuel. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Panthers take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. This is Alvin Kamara, who made the Pro Bowl in each of his first 2 NFL seasons. And from the 25, they worked this to the 29, a gain of 4. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Second and 6, just inside the 30.
Two kill. Two kill. Two kill. Single receiver. He's coming. Double up. Double up.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Here we go. Here we go.
Snap comes at 1. And now Breeze. There he goes right side. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mecole Hardman, 81 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah,
what's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything?
And that's going to be intercepted. Malcolm Jenkins, the Pro Bowler. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
So Bree's going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 18. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara, he'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
Ready?
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Kill, 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 kill.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll throw with Breeze. Looking long for Thomas. Looking for Thomas, but that's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
If you're the coaching staff upstairs, you might want to file that play away. Did you see how fast the safety closed on that one? Coming up in run support, made a big-time tackle. You might want to try and check into a pass next time.
Yeah, got him for a loss. Really, really great play defensively. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Ready? 40 seconds to Mike. Here we go. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch it.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. The 20. Touchdown, Carolina! Christian McCaffrey, touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point. Now, first quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
Yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me.
And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Dante Jackson picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
The Panthers take over first and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Check 49, check 49, check 49.
Bridgewater to throw it this time. That one complete to Anderson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a first down. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. Dante Hightower on the stop.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Ready. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the whip. Jack. Go.
To throw is Bridgewater. He gets it to Thomas. He won't find a ton of space following the display of power as he's down just inside the 45. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. He's going to launch a 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
3 down.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And he hits Jason Witten, the tight end. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
A gain of 16 yards.
The last time we saw Jason Witten on a football field instead of the broadcasting booth was, of course, 2 years ago, 2017. He had 63 catches, 560 yards, 5 touchdowns. It was his 11th Pro Bowl that season for a man who came into the league back in 2003.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Breeze. And it's hauled in by Jared Cook. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Ready? 95-56. Kill.
Breeze to throw on 3rd and 1. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Well, this is how you shape the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row, I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Breeze now to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Thomas, the intended target. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Demario Davis, who was the Saints' leading tackler in his first year in New Orleans, in on the stop.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down.
Oh, man, that wasn't far from breaking in a big way into the secondary. Read option, quarterback kept it, and while he didn't get a first down, he did get a nice chunk of yardage. Only a nice tackle prevented it from maybe going all the way.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And that will extend their lead even further. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces them to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the ending, the interception, but they did put together Charles and a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24.
3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Breeze now. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Easy, opposite.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Ready, 5-9.
Switch.
Check.
Running with Kamara. And he'll get this out past the 45 to the 47. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 2nd and 5 now. Breeze.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
The Pro Bowler Michael Thomas was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
You're good. High 4, ready.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And an alley to run. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Breeze. steps away to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at second down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And that is no good. Oh, he missed it just wide of the upright. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, easy. I got you. 12.
Off the play fake to Kamara, it's Breeze. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, New Orleans. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Saints make some inroads here to that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. Looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. I know they're down, but starting the 3rd quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen. Steal a possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And to give this time to the tailback. Trotted. There he goes left side. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do. Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Kill. Recon, 132 fighter, tonight.
They run it again with Kamara. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
82's moving. 82's moving.
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line. He was trying to hit Thomas that time.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Check 53's right.
And let's pin the mirrors back.
He's cracked. He's checking crack.
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Bridgewater now. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Mike 56. Mike 56. Yo.
On third down, Bridgewater. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. DJ Moore, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Gano the extra point, and the lead is now 24. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half.
And that's caught inside the 30. It's a big play there for the Saints. 48 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
They'll run. This is Kamara. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
Breeze, a quick throw out to Thomas. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all.
15-yard line.
Ready? 95-56.
Throwing on 2nd down. Breeze. And now here's another interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And now look at him go. Past the 20. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6. for a Panther touchdown. This D wanted to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Breeze now on first down. Completes it to Hardman. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. Throwing on first down is Breeze. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Another try after the first down sack. Breeze, and that's complete to Sanders. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Emmanuel Sanders, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Lutz with the extra point, and that will get them one closer. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken very short.
The Panthers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
At the 24-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Bridgewater to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. From the gun, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Throwing now is Breeze. Taking a deep shot here. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 18. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
Oh, boy, I know you felt that one.
The Panthers on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. He's going to look deep. And got his man complete. The 20, 10, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 82 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, defense. And here we go. Kill, kill, kill.
Again, it's Kamara. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Now Breeze. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Breeze. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
First down.
Single.
53.
From midfield, here's Breeze. Flushed out right and brought in by the tight end Cook. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Yellow lady. Check.
Move. 3 down.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. Gano for the extra point. Now, this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up fourth down.
You're good, you're good. 5-4, ready. 5.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch.
The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Emmanuel Agba. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line.
Ready. 47 is the mic. Go. Bang.
They'll run on first down. Dillon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeout in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boss.
The Panthers on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Out of the pistol, McCaffrey. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And Gano's kick is right through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points. But this widens it out, as you said. And now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
After knocking through the field goal, here's Gano back out there now for the kickoff. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today, coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
We got 4. We got 4.
And they take a knee.
A loss of a yard brings up 4th down.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here.
Kill.
Hey, kill.
One final try here for Breeze. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Panthers, they'll wrap up the campaign an impressive 15-1. And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for New Orleans,
big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big